The list of Mexican politicians in trouble in the United States could add a new name. According to Ramon Alberto Garza, director of Código Magenta, Senator Adán Augusto López may have lost his U.S. visa. According to the journalist, the scandal has already reached the brother of former President López Obrador. So, in this video, we'll tell you why the United States may have made this decision. During a broadcast of Código Magenta, its director Ramon Alberto Garza Garcia stated that the United States government canceled the visa of the former Interior Minister and current Senator Adán Augusto López. According to the journalist, the measure would be preventive while investigations continue in the Southern District Court of Texas, based in Houston, regarding an alleged bribery scheme in Pemex and a corruption network related to fuel tax fraud. In that context, the outlet pointed out that the case originated after a complaint was filed against the businessman Alejandro Rovirosa. Based on that, U.S. authorities are said to have uncovered an alleged web of corruption within Petróleos Mexicanos. Among the main people involved would be Marcos Herrería Lamina, who was then the corporate director of administration and finance at Pemex, and Javier Núñez López, who was the second in command at Pemex Exploration and Production. And previously, he worked as the driver for Andy López Beltrán, son of former President López Obrador. In addition, Garza stated that Marcos Herrería had reportedly testified confidentially before U.S. prosecutors, and that during that statement, he allegedly indicated that the assignment and operation of the illegal contracts were under the command of Adán Augusto López. Thus, based on these statements, the director of Código Magenta considered that after the case related to the governor on leave from Sinaloa, Rubén Rocha Moya, this would be the most important case as it involves one of the most politically influential figures within Morena.
The U.S. government has already revoked Adán Augusto López's visa. Why is this news important? Well, because after Rubén Rocha Moya, it would be the most emblematic case of the so-called Fourth Transformation and its connections with drug cartels.
For her part, analyst Marcela Garza Barba argues that Morena is going through a process of disintegration that she calls desmorenización. She explains that, given the contradictory statements between Mexican and U.S. authorities, some members of the party might be choosing to cooperate with U.S. agencies as a survival strategy. She also warns that this scenario could trigger a domino effect within Morena, in which more and more figures would be implicated in the investigations, deepening an internal crisis that, in her opinion, would no longer have a way back.
The domino effect, the last piece will be placed by the United States, and the domino effect, what will happen to Morena? Well, I think there's no turning back. I really think there's no turning back. Morena is falling apart.
Meanwhile, journalist Ramon Alberto also stated that Adán Augusto has already been accused by the United States government for his alleged involvement in the multi-million-dollar business of fuel tax smuggling. And he claimed that this accusation was officially communicated to President Claudia Sheinbaum. Along the same lines, columnist Raimundo Riva Palacio pointed out that the investigation by the U.S. Attorney's Office not only considers possible criminal liability, but also the freezing of bank accounts and the initiation of proceedings to seize properties and assets allegedly linked to López Hernández's circle in U.S. territory. So far, Adán Augusto has avoided commenting on the status of his U.S. visa, and when questioned about the issue, he has neither confirmed nor denied the reports that have been circulated.
Leave the United States. Excuse me, Senator, I don't make statements. So about this visa issue, I don't make statements. Don't you think it's important? I don't make statements.
What do you think is the reason this continues? I don't usually make statements. You all know that well.
Finally, experts believe that this offensive against the former Secretary of the Interior would be a response to the new strategy promoted by the director of the DEA, Terrence Cole. The official recently stated that fighting the links between criminal organizations and corrupt officials in the Mexican government is a national security priority for the United States, and warned that the actions taken so far are just the beginning. What do you think? Do you think the United States will really take action against Mexican politicians, or will it just limit itself to canceling visas? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and enable notifications.